Hi, good morning, good day, good afternoon. This is Action Coach Christian Harbeck, and today I'm welcoming Joanne February from 3Sixty2. Welcome to this interview.
Thank you very much, Christian, and thank you for interviewing me. Yeah.
Let's talk about your business. Why don't you tell us a bit about, who you are, what you do, so that everybody knows.
Okay. So I'm a print production manager. My business is called 3Sixty2. I procure, I brand, and produce promotional items, branded clothing, marketing material, and printed items.
Okay, so before we actually started this interview, you mentioned something that you are quite fresh. So when have you started, and what gave you the idea to go into this business?
So I only started my business on the 1st of February 2020, so it's very, very
It's
new.
very young, yeah.
I've been in the industry for about 26 years now. I started out in advertising, and I started in accounts department, and then I moved into production, and I just loved production. I loved the creativity your creativity actually becomes tangible. So when someone thinks up something and it actually becomes something that you see, something that someone's wearing or poster out there. So yeah, that's what I love about my job, and that's what drives me every day.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, speaking about the ideal target market, the ideal client, maybe you can explain a little bit who that would be, so that when anybody who listens to this interview, that they actually know that they need to reach out to you.
Okay, so my ideal client would be small ad agencies or small marketing agencies that don't have the capacity to have their own production manager, or they don't have the finances, or they've got a production manager. The production managers just run off of feet, and they need an extra pair of hands, maybe for the project, or a marketing manager that needs a marketing collateral. I will source the items. I'll manage the whole process from when they hand it over to me, and then I'll hand it over to them.
That's brilliant.
Yes.
So obviously, speaking about the elephant in the room, COVID has suddenly arrived. So what has this impacted? Let's ask this way. How has it impacted you as a young business owner?
So my business, because of the network that I belong to, my business started with a nice bang. I had some nice inquiries, and some orders started coming in, and then suddenly COVID-19 happened, and everything stopped. My suppliers closed down, and everything just stopped. So it gave me an opportunity. It was actually a good time for me because it gave me an opportunity to work on the foundation of the business. So trying to get my business plan right, trying to get my marketing strategy right, trying to just do all the foundational work for the business, which should have actually been done before the time, but it wasn't done before the time.
Yeah.
So I had an opportunity to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that is actually, you pretty much answered part of my next question. What are the one or two things that you've done that is working for you? And I like what you said, stepping back almost, looking at your business again, getting the foundation correct, and then building from there and getting it pretty much ready and being ready in the starting blocks. Is there anything else that you have done besides that?
I have had the opportunity to also work on my marketing, set up my marketing and strategy, and myself in online marketing spaces and things like that, which normally is not as very daunting to me, but I've had an opportunity to just challenge that, and now I'm ready to take it, I suppose, to the next level.
That's brilliant. Yeah, that makes sense. So have you had anything like a strategy session, like you sitting around a table and discussing, brainstorming? Is there anything that you are doing around your business to, plan ahead?
No, not at all. I haven't done that at all. Everything I've done is just from what I've seen around other people, and from advice I've got on the internet and things like that. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, thank God to the internet. I have to say that without the internet, I think this would have been a really big tragedy. So it has, I suppose in many ways, merged us closer. I mean, I speak from personal experience here, that my family has definitely been more closer than ever, even though that I'm not seeing them. It's the internet. Oh, what a lovely thing to have in this platform, Zoom.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's been said, smart people learn from their mistakes and wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So what mistakes did you make along the way, and how can other entrepreneurs learn from your experience?
Sure. Before this business, I did a small business previously. Because I bake on the side, I decided to start baking professionally, just from home and that. And I think the mistake that I did there was I didn't do my foundational work properly. I didn't market myself properly. I didn't, nobody knew about me, and I was relying on word of mouth. And so now that's why it's so important for me to get my foundation laid properly.
Very good. Very good. So if you could turn back the time by 12 months, jump in a time machine, turn it back, what would you have done differently 12 months ago?
Sure, I would have started my business then. Definitely, I would have taken the plunge. But I think that now is actually, I was in the right emotional space, I should put it that way, to start a business now. Yeah. I think I'm starting at the right time, actually.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. So
I would have probably saved some more money.
Yeah, that's correct. I think we all should have saved a bit more money and have a emergency fund, especially. I think that is quite valuable, and I think that is one of the big things that I'm coaching with most of my clients. It is just to make sure there needs to be an emergency fund you can grab into if something like this happens again. So I think the road has been set that we need to be more careful in future.
Yeah.
So Joanne, I've got all your details, which is below in this post, and I would just like to ask you, is there anything that you are doing at the moment the audience needs to know about, like a special promotion?
So I'd like to offer my consulting services to whoever would like to for a free brainstorming session, and from there we can go, and I would do free quotes for them, obligation free. They don't pay anything and they don't have to use me, but we can brainstorm for marketing material for their business.
Brilliant. So my final question today is, what is the most inspiring thing for you at this point?
Sure. I just get inspired by the amount of actual positivity there is around. A lot of people have taken this pandemic, and they've actually turned their businesses around and looked at their business differently, and just asked themselves, how can they make money in this time? And people have done phenomenal things. And when I see people doing that, it just inspires me to not give up and to stay positive, because this too shall pass.
There we go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I just have to thank you so much for taking this time and doing this interview with me. I think it's really valuable, and I hope a lot of people would reach out to you, make use of you. And I personally think that promotional material is super, super important in any business and company, especially now. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Christian. I really appreciate the time you spent with me.
Thank you.
It's been fun. Thank you.